What is up guys, welcome back to Downhill Smooth Tarmac. We're in the workshop for another technical episode and another custom build. And I'm really excited because it's an On1. I love On1, they're awesome bikes. This is my old 456 Evo 2. It's not quite as cool as the inbred, but these are a nice frame. They're not lightweight, let's get that out of the way, but they are robust, which made me think about them as a bike packing option rather than just a mountain bike. This has had its day as a mountain bike mainly because I've pillaged all the bits off it for other builds. The Cannondale Super V for one now has its forks. So I had this idea about another 650B conversion because I'm going to be honest, I know they're a little bit fashionable at the minute, but they're also working out really well for me, very successfully as bikes that I'm now using quite regularly, and they just give you that extra rolling radius over a 26er. So what about this? It's got disc brake mounts, it's more modern. Let's see if we can make this into a bike packing rig. I've got some things planned for it. So let's roll the credits and let me show you some of the cool parts I've found for this awesome custom On1 456 build. It's gonna be amazing. Let's roll them. So let's talk parts. Yeah, you thought there was a time lapse coming, but there's not. We're going to talk parts. First of all, forks. What have I got planned? Well, rigid forks. Got these. I'll wear them like a mustache. Got these rigid aluminium forks with a couple of mounts that should mean we can go pizza racky. Got them. So we're going to go rigid. They're going to look quite nice. I'll tell you what else we've got that's going to be kind of cool. That is a redshift stem. We're going to go full redshift, a little bit of suspension to take the sting out of those aluminium forks, because when it comes to alley forks, if you've watched my videos, I've been burned before. But wait, there's more. Yes, that's right, handlebars. Yeah, bars. Now, these are some Cannondale risers, and I've got to own up and say that this is all down to Craig from Second Life Bikes, and one of his builds totally blew me away when I saw these, and he mentioned how cheap they were, because you know I loves me a bargain. So yeah, check out, these are going to be awesome. Nice big high-rise bars, because the On1 456 can be a little bit on the aggressive side when it comes to its geo, so we're going to change it to suit long days in the saddle. Cool, eh? Gearing is going to be taken care of by some Shimano 11 speed in the mix. Yeah, we've got 1140 and we've got, I think it's 30 something, 20 something. Yeah baby, 3822, going for a double clanger up front. Yes, 11 speed by 2. I mean, after that revelation about the gearing, I'm pretty sure you're going to be a bit disappointed, because these are really basic Shimano brakes, but it's what is happening. But the wheels, on the other hand, very exciting. Fresh from Dave at Pickering's Bikes. Thanks for building these for me, Dave. It's very kind of you. We are going for some 650B DT Swiss rims and, oh yes, some Hope Pro 2s. Zippy. Oh yes. Yeah, Hope Pro 2s, DT Swiss, and Schwalbe G1 all rounds. A firm favourite. Oh yeah, and check out the size of these rotors. 203 mils of juicy power. That's going to be interesting, eh? Just can't get enough of that sound. Who doesn't love a Hope? I mean, what's wrong with you if you don't love a Hope? So this really does have the makings of an epic custom build. I'm really excited about this, so without further ado, let's get our hands dirty, because because ain't nobody else going to be building it but me, although Dave did build the wheels. Get some forks in, get a rolling chassis, build it, because we've got a bikepacking adventure planned for the middle late of August, and this could be the one. Oh yeah! Okay, so job one is to get a fork in the mix. Yeah. It's nice sealed cartridge bearings, all looking pretty new to be honest. It has done some miles this bike, but I've always looked after it. This has been one of my prized possessions, this on one. After my original inbred got stolen many years ago, I wanted a bike that captured that same essence, and unfortunately this bike wasn't it. Way more aggressive than an inbred, just way more aggressive, but equally a lot of fun. Right, let's put some stem spacers. Got some nice carbon ones there, look. Oh, that's going to save some weight in the long run, isn't it? Oh yes, lovely. I have left a lot of steer on here because, as I mentioned, this bike's quite aggressive in its geometry, so I need to give myself a little bit of space to play with. Oh, next up, flying along, let's put some wheels in it. Let's see what we've got here with them big ass rotors. Can I say big ass rotor? Apparently I can. Oh, I just want to hear these hopes spin again. It's going to be awesome. Oh, it would be if I put the wheel in properly. Oh yes, there we are. Let's put a front one in. I hope it clears the blooming fork. I haven't thought about that. Oh yes. Now, in case you're wondering, the wheels are Hope Pro 2 hubs laced 32 hole to some DT Swiss rims. Sorry, my neighbour with his incredibly noisy motorbike's home. I don't know why they supply them with baffles, to be honest with you. See, just pop the baffles out, throw them in the bin. Have you turned it off yet? Oh no, he's going around the block. Okay, so the wheels are Hope Pro 2 hubs laced to DT Swiss rims. They're 32 hole in a 3 cross pattern at the back and a 2 cross at the front. That's some serious geekery. Sapim stainless spokes, Sapim brass nipples, all put together by Dave at Pickering's Bikes. Can only thank you enough. More Hope whiz. Yeah. Let's put some more bits on. Crank is going to be taken care of by this Shimano Holotech 2 non-series pressed metal chainring jobby 3822. That with an 1142 at the back is going to give me enough gears to climb up a wall. The bottom bracket is already in place from the previous build. It did have an SLX chain set. I robbed that for something else. Take the tension out, tighten. Yes! Nice! So next little job is the derailleur. Oh lovely, perfect for a little 2x setup that. Hopefully this chain's going to be alright because, well, I was running it 1x on the last build with a 34. So it's SRAM, so they're normally a little longer in the cage. If it's not, it's tough. I will use some of the gears some of the time. There we go. Oh, that's a magnificent noise, isn't it? Next up, it's time for some shifters. Bit of 11-speed SLX, and for the other side, some more SLX, but different. Oh yes, that basic Shimano we talked about earlier. Come on round, there we go. Front brake next, because we've changed from post mount to post mount. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this is not my crowning glory. I got the big 203 rotor to work, and it's safe, but it looks different. Okay, I'm not going to say any more of that. I'm going to do the back one. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is going to go back into place because it was on here before. Now, if you're wondering where this adapter and this giant rotor came from the past. Don't know whether any of you remember disco brakes, A to Z brakes, whatever, they were that kind of era. They came from when I had an obsession with massive rotors. Every bike I had to have great big rotors on it, and actually I've gone back the other way now because I'm not really that bothered, but that should swing freely enough. It's been on there before. Beautiful, look at that monster. Okay, I reckon it's time for some gears. Let's do that bit. First order of business for cabling is to get a cable in. There it goes. Oh, hello. Nice thing about the on one, as you can see, it's got full cable routing for an outer, all the way front to back, top to bottom and inside out. This makes it a great option for what we want to build. Oh, and that pre-supplied cable is exactly the right length, so we can get this straight in there. Marvellous. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. With it routed all the way through, just got to pull it down here, and connect it. What's going on here? There we go. Nice. Dog like a tiger. Let's try that again. Here we go. One click, one lift coming up. Not quite. Ah. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here, people. So I'm starting to have flashbacks that this shifter might not be that reliable. It doesn't want to drop. So we might have to swap it out or clean it out. It's usable, but it's not reliable. See, sometimes it's dropping, sometimes it's not. Okay, so front derailleur set for top pull, cable is routed through. Let's see how we get on with this. I haven't had a T-bike set up for a little while on a mountain bike style frame. Let's hope it lifts first time, because that's always a great feeling. Oh, wonderful. So we're looking at high limit. Bang on. I think we've got ourselves a winner here. Lovely. Does it drop? It certainly does. Oh wow. Well, if that's not all the gears, I don't know what is. You can see there as well, chain is long enough. Yeah. Okay, so we are forging on. So what better time than to fit the luggage rack? Anyone remember the pizza rack? Well, if you don't, this is what it looks like. This is my specialised pizza rack. This is the OG, the Mac Daddy of all carrying systems for those of us with a hint of cool about our luggage carrying. And it fits most bikes that have got mounts like these. This has just come off the GT, and I'm hoping it's going to fit this. Right, there we go, pop that up. I've just got to find one to go through the middle of this forky dorcas. It's assuming that the threads are good on this old fork that I found. Oh yes they are, it's okay. Ideally I don't want to change the settings that the pizza rack's set up for, because it fits two other bikes as it stands like this. So we don't really want to change too much if we can help it. I think we might have to move it inboard a little bit, but we'll deal with that in a second. So we need a little bolt that goes through. Have we got to hole all the way through, yeah, or not? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, it's all happening. Talk amongst yourselves. And with a little bit of fettling, the pizza rack is now in place and it's almost sort of level. It doesn't matter too much for what I want it to do because it's basically going to hang panniers off these sides. Going to use some small front panniers. Awesome. Just need some grips and a final setup, and this mama sita is ready. Okay, so with the rack in place, all that's left to do now is fit some grips. Now I've ordered something for this with that Brooks saddle and its sort of gum finish in mind, and that's these massive BMX style juicy soft grippy grips. These are massively long. I've took a leaf out of one of my viewers' books who recommended these scooter or BMX style grips for swept back bars and for giving you more places to put your hands while you're riding. And my only fear is that these are quite long. Maybe some trimming may be required, but let's fit them and see what we get anyway. Okay, so for fitting I have got my trusty Bristow's extra hold hairspray, and what I'm going to attempt to do is move these down far enough that I can get these monster grips in place. Oops, drop that. Gore, they are big beasties, but they're going to fit, and I think they're going to look pretty cool actually. So for those of you that haven't done this before, a little bit of hairspray is going to help to apply them, position them and hold them in place. All good things. Slide it on. It should go on fairly easily. Make sure it's nice and evenly spaced and not compressed. Make sure that the logos are where you want them. Stick an end plug in. Like that. Yeah. I like the feel of these grips. Okay, so no messing around, this thing is looking sexy. Those grips go really nicely with my Brooks Cambium saddle and might be the first set of grips or bar tape I've ever found that matches a Cambium. I think all this is waiting for now is some bags. I think it needs some bags to give us that final flavour. I ain't loading them, you got no chance of that. But I've got my out kit bags knocking about, let's put them on now. And there we go, and that is just the start, the thin end of the Bikepacking wedge. 2 Alpkit Talari 12 litre bags, got my frame bag, there'll be a tail bag and possibly a few other bits depending on how long we go for. What options I've got, and in high-rise comfort, absolutely brilliant. Yes! So there we go, the On One is finished. It is beautiful, and I have just had a cheeky test ride and it is nice. I don't think I've ever liked it quite as much as that. The aggression has gone and it's ready to hit the road and the trail with some, bags and stuff. So there's nothing else left to do than sign off while I show you some details on the bike. I hope your next ride is downhill with smooth tarmac. Keep your wheels spinning, keep your rubber on the road or your knobblies on the trail. Be safe out there, look out for one another, stop and help people be a good human being first and an even better cyclist second. If you get a minute, like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, but, and it's always important, but don't let it get in the way of you getting out there and riding your bike. Until next time, thank you for watching.